Hey everyone, it's Lisa Mears here. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'll be making an Easter Bunny card using some new products from Pretty Pink Posh's March release. This release is so much fun with lots of spring and Easter stamps, dies, and stencils. And if you haven't seen my unboxing of that release, I'll link it here at the top right corner of this video and in the description box below. So the products I'm using today are the Bunny Face Shaker die set. This die set can be used to make a bunny that is a shaker, but I'm not going to be making it a shaker today. I'm also going to be using the Big Easter Cupcake die set. This die set has some dies to make a cupcake. There's also dies for an Easter egg, a tulip, there's a sign, there's also a carrot and some others. And then I also have the Easter Words Stencil. The stencil has some words on it like spring, happy Easter, and hop, hop, hop. I'm also going to be bringing in the sentiment strips for Easter, and this has several sentiments that you can use for spring and Easter, and it also has some matching dies to cut them out. And I'll also be bringing in an older die set. This is the Spring Foliage die set, which has lots of spring flowers. I will have product links for all of the products I use today down in the description box of this YouTube video and on my corresponding blog post. So really quick, I want to show you that the Big Easter Cupcake die set alone will make these adorable Easter cupcakes. There's one at the top left with some jelly beans or Easter eggs. You have the one at the top right that has the bunny with the backside of the bunny and its feet and tail. You also can put some carrots in the cupcake or make an Easter chick. It's super cute, but for my card today, I'm going to be using the Bunny Face Shaker and make a bunny cupcake. I die cut the bunny out of some white cardstock. Now I'm not going to be turning this into a shaker today, but if you wanted to, you can then take this die and die cut it over top of this cardstock that I just cut out, and then it would cut an outline out for the frame of the shaker. But I'm just going to use this piece of cardstock and not cut the frame out. And I'm adding some pink ink just along the edges of this bunny face, just so that it has a little bit of shading, so it looks a little bit more dimensional. I used the bunny ear dies and die cut some pink cardstock, and I'm again just going to add some ink to the edges just to add some more depth to those ears. Now I do want to point out that this bunny face, it does have stitching all around, and that's one thing I love about Pretty Pink Posh dies is that there's always the detail in the stitching of all of the dies. I go ahead and layer on the pink ears. And this small die here is for the nose and mouth and eyes, and then there's another die there for the whiskers. So I went ahead and die cut the nose and mouth out of some pink cardstock and the whiskers out of some light gray cardstock and the eyes out of black cardstock, and I am just gluing everything down. I used the Big Easter Cupcake, the actual cupcake wrapper, and I die cut that out of some teal cardstock, and I'm just adding some coordinating ink color to the edges just to add some depth. And then I'll turn that over and add a little strip of glue to the top edge of the cupcake wrapper and then add it to my bunny. So I'm making a really cute little bunny cupcake. I think that is so cute. Next, I die cut some flowers from the Spring Foliage dies. Die cut some out of pink and purple cardstock and the centers out of white cardstock. I just added those little tiny centers to the flowers, and then I'm just going to add those flowers to the top of the bunny's head. So I'll add the pink one in the middle and a purple one on each side of the pink flower. I also die cut some of the leaves in that foliage set out of some green cardstock, and I'm going to tuck some of the leaves underneath the flowers. The Big Easter Cupcake set also has a carrot, which I'm putting together here. It has the stem and then the carrot, and then I also die cut some of the eggs from that set, and I inked the edges with the corresponding ink colors to add some depth to those eggs. I'll set all of those die cut pieces aside, and I'm going to work on my card background with the Easter Words Stencil. So I die cut that stencil from white cardstock, and I'm adding some pink ink to the stencil. I chose an ink color that matched nicely with the pink on the Easter Bunny ears. And I'm just going to ink up that entire stencil with this pink ink. I'm going to go ahead and stamp out a sentiment from the Sentiment Strips Easter stamp set. I'll just stamp this out in some black ink, and I will die cut it with one of the coordinating dies. The sentiment I'm using says Happy Easter. And now I'm ready to put this card together. So I have a piece of teal cardstock that I cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, but I took a rectangle die and cut the center out just so I could save that inside of that cardstock. And I'm just adding that piece to an A2 size card base. I just wanted to have a little bit of the teal cardstock peeking out along the edges of this Easter Words stencil background. I did cut that background down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so I added that to the card base, and then I'll go ahead and add my bunny to the front. So that teal cardstock that I used behind the Easter Word stencil, it's the same color that I used for the cupcake wrapper. So the bunny will go right there in the middle, and then I'll add the eggs and the carrot, and I'm going to add the sentiment as well. So I'll go ahead and glue those die cuts down. I'm just going to use 2 of the Easter eggs instead of all 4 that I had previously die cut. And then between those 2 eggs, I will add another one of the spring flowers. So for the sentiment, I'll go ahead and glue that to the middle of the cupcake wrapper, and that will complete this card. So be sure to check out the entire Pretty Pink Posh March, Spring, and Easter release. I will have that link down in the description box of this YouTube video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this and want to see more, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.